Okay, it's bubble bath time. You guys know how I do podcasts with bubble baths. You know how I do. Anyways, I wanted to come on. There's not going to be any cards. There's not going to be any pictures of me or any visual. This is just a podcast. I'm actually in the bath where I tend to podcast a lot. Well, whenever I do podcast, which really isn't that often, but when I do podcast lately, as of the last 5 years, it's been in the bath. Anyways, neither here nor there, right? But just for the new people that don't know what's going on. I wanted to do a little podcast on the Jupiter transit into Aries. It just happened September 4th. We're in retrograde in Aries. Another retrograde, but this one's a good one. Jupiter doesn't have as much strength when he's in reverse. But he's a benefic planet. So Jupiter always does good things. He always does good things. He's a blessing. So don't expect bad results from Jupiter. Okay. Not even in retrograde. In fact, when he's in retrograde, he gives even more blessings, because he rewards you for past debts, like past things that are owed to you. A lot of you guys are going to see that if money has been missing, it's going to be restored or returned in some way. If you've been waiting for money for a long time, you'll see during the Jupiter transit retrograde that money's going to come to you. Okay? And watch. You're going to see it. You're going to see something great financially come in from Jupiter. This is going to last about 4 months. Jupiter does come out of retrograde, believe it or not, December 31st. So New Year's Eve. Wow, what a blast off to a new year. New Year's Eve, it's going to go out. It's going to be direct. And then he's going to be more of a hardcore teacher, but he's still going to give good things. But he's in the zodiac sign of Aries, Vedic sidereal astrology, not Western. All right, so there he is in a fire sign. We call this Gandanta because it leaves a water sign into the fire sign. So it's very steamy, okay? So we all know water going into fire makes steam. So there's going to be something hot and steamy and purifying and detoxing actually in this transit. And so you're going to feel very much renewed, rejuvenated. Your body is going to be hydrated, rejuvenated. A lot of you guys are going to be losing weight that you've wanted to lose forever. You're finally going to get back on the gym, memberships, working out, walking, dieting. Boom. It's like go time. Ready, set, go. And that's for everybody. Also getting on track with health. If you went through a rough year with some kind of a diagnosis, boom. We're on the fast track to healing. You're going to find yourself getting better right now. Remedies are going to be coming to you. Healings are going to be coming to you. A lot of action and creativity and a spark of ideas, money makers, world changes, things you've never thought of before that, wow, I'm thinking about it. And you're going to be taking action. That's all Aries. Now, I will say Jupiter's less comfortable in a fire sign. He's like, it's getting hot in here. He doesn't like the steam. But he's okay because he's very comfortable in Sagittarius. And right now he's going to be at a trine, which is a triangle. It's a blessing. It's moksha. It's good things. All right, Aries, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So you're going to see this nice little trine, even with Leo. I don't know why I said Pisces. My bad. I was thinking of Jupiter ruling Pisces and that blurted out of me. That's not what I meant. The trine is Aries, Leo, and Sag. But hey, maybe Pisces was supposed to come out for some reason today. I don't know, but it's a bonus. Anyways, the 3 fire signs is the trine. Okay, so I want you guys to look at your charts. If you don't have one in front of you, just go to your phone, Google Vaults of the Heavens, Lahiri Ayanamsha. You're going to find Ernest Wellm's website, and it's going to pop up at the top left corner. You're going to enter in your birth details. Make sure you have the correct birth time. Yes, even 2 minutes is going to make a very big difference in your fate. So please make sure you have the correct birth time. If you don't, Just work with what you've got. Okay? But go ahead and pull up your chart. I like to look at these kinds of things from a moon perspective because that's what, you know, you feel, and it's what you believe and what you think and even what you see, because your eyes are connected to the head. So the moon to me is very telling about the mind and the feelings. So I would totally follow this little chat, take notes from a moon sign perspective through the 12 houses. So what I mean is, if you're looking at your Vedic sidereal charts through Vault of the Heavens, like I've asked you, you'll see underneath the main birth chart, there's a bunch of charts there at the bottom. You're going to want to go to chart number 4. I think it's 3 or 4 to the right at the bottom, first row. So look at where it says chart number 4. That's going to be your moon sign chart. So follow the houses through the moon sign. You can also follow this message through D9. The 9th chart, it has a number 9 on it. It's second row down in the middle, I think. Okay. That's going to be marriage, love, and relationships. It's going to affect you in that way. Yeah. So if you want to see what most everybody does, the birth chart, you're just going to look at it from a rising sign perspective. The rising sign is the ascendant. We're very different than tropical. We're not looking at the sun sign. Do not follow these predictions with your sun sign or your tropical sign. It won't make sense. Needs to be through your rising. Okay? That is where the sun is shining. So your rising is your sun. You're born. Here you are, a sun in the sky. And what are you looking at? What is your focus? Like, where's your binoculars pointed? If you were a sniper, where is that scope aimed at? What target, right? And that's going to be your ascendant. That's your purpose, okay? And so that zodiac sign is your ascendant. It's at the very top diamond, right in the middle at the top. You can follow your birth chart from there and see the zodiac signs. So first thing, I want you guys to look at where Aries is in your charts that I've told you. Birth chart is the big one, the main one. Where's Aries? D9, where's Aries? D4. D4 and 9 mean the charts I told you, the moon and the love chart, the marriage chart. So number 9 chart, number 4 chart. Where is Aries? What house? If you guys want to know, well, Steph, I'm looking at this. I'm new to Vedic. What the hell's going on? I can't find the houses. They're not numbered. They have different numbers. What's going on? All the numbers in those charts are not the houses. All the numbers in those charts are zodiac signs. Aries through Pisces. So 1 through 12 has nothing to do with the house. It has everything to do with your zodiac signs. That's how you'll know your zodiac signs. So if you can locate the number 1 in your chart, there's where Aries is. Excuse me. How you count your chart in houses. The first house is the one directly in the middle at the top. That's the first house. The one directly to the left of it, the little triangle, is the second. The one directly next to that one, the little triangle, is the third house. Then you're going to go into a big diamond. That's the fourth house. Then you're going to keep going down and you're going to go to the very left, which is another triangle. And that's the fifth house. And then you're going to go directly down and there's another triangle at the corner. And that's the sixth house. And then you're going to go to another big diamond at the bottom diamond. That's the seventh house. And you're going to continue going around the chart in chronological order. Those are the numbers of the houses. They're not going to advertise it on the chart. I'm just telling you, that's how you go in order. Okay, so counterclockwise, not clockwise, counterclockwise is how you're going to find your charts. Okay, let's start. I'm hot. Woo, I'm in a hot bath. Okay, so if you have Aries in the first house, Jupiter is now in retrograde there. It's going to be there for a year, by the way. He's there in Aries. He just left Pisces. He was so happy in Pisces. But now he's in Aries, which is okay. He likes it. It's the first. It's important, and it's about self. So the first house is all about you. So if you have Aries in the first, you're an Aries moon or an Aries rising, okay? And that means it's all about your body. You're going to be totally growing your muscles, growing your health, growing your strength, growing confidence, okay? Jupiter represents expanding. Think of him as a giant balloon, and it's constantly being blown up, just stretching you past your limits, okay? That's Jupiter. If he's there in your first, let's just be honest, unless you're a bodybuilder, you're going to gain weight, okay? You're going to gain some weight. You might definitely expand, and you might even shrink and then expand again. There might be a fluctuation in weight. That's just about your body. A lot of you guys may be wanting to get a breast augmentation, butt augmentation, lip augmentation, any kind of enhancing may happen with Jupiter here. You may be getting ideas about, I'd like that done. Maybe some Botox, facelift, whatever. That being said, you're going to be feeling like you're the most important person in the room. Oh, Northern Indian. Thank you, Aqua, Earth, Fire. Sorry, guys, I forgot to tell you. Please look at the North Indian chart, not the automatic South Indian. And double check your location, because sometimes if it's a smaller town or smaller city, it might have a weird state. You have to go back and double check it, because it might automatically switch it to another state that matches the same name. Okay, so back to Jupiter there in the first. We also have expansion on knowledge and wisdom. So going back to school or just studying and being extremely intelligent, gaining in wisdom big time. You're going to learn 4 years of knowledge crammed into 1 year. It's like, boom, you went from 0 to 60. You're going to have so much of a download. Oh my gosh, spiritual enlightenment for those of you going through that. You're also going to have some experiments of wealth. Like you might get a little rich. You might get a second job, honey. You might get some more pentacles. You may enhance your life with some kind of luxury, okay? A luxury car, a luxury treatment, things like that. You're also going to be focused on relationships and how you're going to help people. Yeah, see, it did switch states. I thought so. I'm glad you went back and checked that and fixed it. So I like all of that. But what's going to go on in relationships? Because the first house is looking at the 7th and Jupiter is aspecting it like, hey, what's up? And so you probably might get into a relationship. Jupiter does give you good things. You're probably going to meet a life partner or a future spouse or somebody really important to you that's, fated to you. This is a past life lover because he's in retro. So if you meet somebody within the next 4 months, it's a past life partner. Just go back and readjust it a couple times if need be. I live in Colorado Springs. So when I entered my information, it took me to Colorado, Utah, or Colorado, some other state. And I just had to readjust it a few times and it did get fixed. Eventually it did get fixed. So just keep readjusting it and going forward and it will get the hint, okay? You can scroll down too on the other states below it to kind of make a different selection. And if you have to pick the nearest major city, pick the nearest major city. So if I'm in Colorado Springs, I could pick Denver. Even though I wasn't born in Denver, it's not exact, but it's close. You can pick the nearest major city. But only if you're like 30 minutes or an hour away. If you're like 4 or 5 hours away, don't pick the major city. Yeah, you should back out all the way and start over. Okay, go back and readjust that. Okay, so Jupiter wants to bless your relationship. You're going to be the apple of somebody's eye. Someone's going to think you're really important. And you're going to be a teacher, a spiritual teacher to your soulmate. You're going to be teaching a soul lesson of some sort. So that's good news. And you're going to be feeling smarter than usual. So you might be a little overconfident as Aries go. But that's okay. It's a good thing. I see you getting back on track. I see you being responsible. I see you helping out others. I see that if you get more wealth and abundance to you personally, that you're going to be giving away money to your family members and to people that you love. So I see you sharing the wealth, and Jupiter is going to keep giving you more money, more jobs, more pentacles, more wisdom, so you could share with your loved ones and your friends. Okay? I think that's pretty much it with Aries. That's very quick. If I think of anything else, I'll come to it, but I'm in the hot bath and that's all I can think of right now. You might be, real quick, learning about a different religion, some religion that you're not used to, or you're going to be learning more about the religion you're already into. But you're going to be meeting a spiritual teacher. So I hope you listen, because you're going to grow. Okay, I'm passing out here. More cool. Okay, so we're going to go Jupiter in the second house. This is an expansion of family. Oh my gosh. If you have Jupiter in the second, babies, children, get ready. Like, you could totally, if you've been wanting to add someone to your family, you're going to add someone to your family. So it's time to make babies. Yes, time for creation. It's time to add on. Also, if you're not doing that, if you're like, Steph, I'm totally not adding on another member, you could be adding a family pet, because pets are like family. Another mouth to feed, if you will. Another mouth to feed, okay? You might also just be taking responsibility of someone. Maybe someone that you've been estranged from, they're back in your life and you're going to spend more time with them, things like that. I also think you could be eating more, so you might be kind of eating a lot more than usual. A lot of cravings are going to come up, and there's going to be, here's the good news. Are you ready for the good news? People with Aries in the second house. Honey, your bank account is going to explode. Like, basically. It's going to blow up. I don't know if it's going to explode, but it's going to blow up. God, if you have Jupiter there, I would love to be in your shoes. Money's coming in. Pentacles, abundance, assets, resources, more money. It's just coming. It's totally going to be coming. This year, 2024 especially, boom, money. So get prepared for the windfall. Money that's owed to you, indebted to you, like things that you've been meaning to get for so long, you're finally going to have the money to do it. This could also be getting a new vehicle and even purchasing a home. There's also a ringing of truth about marriage, because it's the second and the 8th house. You may very well be getting married during this time frame or engaged, but there is going to be a blessing on your assets, a blessing on your marriage, a blessing on your family, and a blessing on your job. And if you've been struggling to feed yourself, there's going to be an abundance of food. You're also going to be speaking things with clarity. You're going to be speaking a lot of truth. You're going to be revealing a lot of hidden truth to many people. Your words are going to be so important and impactful. You're going to impact your partner. Be careful what you say, because it has long-lasting results. This is a great time to do mantras and chants and I am affirmations. This is the time to speak abundance and prayers over your family and your life. Speak it, speak it, speak it. Okay, let's move on. Jupiter in the 3rd house. I love this. It doesn't matter what zodiac sign, we're just talking about the houses right now. So don't worry about the zodiacs. But Jupiter in the 3rd is going to be a place and time in which you're going to be writing something wonderful. You might be writing several different things. Cards, books, memoirs, documentaries, blogs, whatever. You're going to be writing a lot. And you're going to be maybe telling stories. Not lies, but just stories. Stories of your family, stories of your life. Sharing and expressing with your friends, You're going to be definitely seeing your friends a lot more over the next 12 months. So going to visit them coming to visit you. You may even make some new friends at a church or an ashram or a yoga studio or a shop that sells spiritual things. Maybe even make some new friends on YouTube and whatnot. But you're going to be, maybe going to a seminar, meeting a lot of people, but you're going to make some new friends, and it's good for you. These are past life soulmates that are going to be your friend and coming into your life. You're also going to be other people's friends. Now, there's something else about being a teacher here. So you might be going to school to be a teacher, an educator. You definitely have education in your sights. You're definitely thinking about teaching people, maybe on a media channel, sharing your knowledge. Okay, a lot of sharing your knowledge is coming up there. Also blessing your siblings. If you have younger siblings, you may help them out financially. You may help them out by being a surrogate to their child. You may help them out by watching their children for them. You may help them out with their business or ideas to a business to make someone that you love, especially your siblings, more money. And your siblings may be more in your life now than they ever have been. And you're going to be learning a lot from your younger siblings. They're going to be here to teach you some things that you didn't know you could still be taught. But remember, being wise doesn't mean you know everything. It means you're always learning. So it's okay. All right. So then we're going to look at Jupiter in the 4th house. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. Are you ready to buy that house? Are you ready to expand your properties? You might be getting another property if you already have one. Maybe you have 3. I don't know, but you're going to be getting more properties, or at least your very first one. This is a time where you're going to be blessed with an opportunity, not a promise, an opportunity to buy a house. So no one's going to force and cram this house down your throat. You're going to have to do something to get it, but it's yours for the taking if you're willing to have it. You're going to have to work hard for this house. It's going to request and require a lot of money, but you're going to do it. You're going to have the capability to do it. Jupiter's going to make sure that it's written in the cards for you. Jupiter also wants to bless you with maybe your mom could be moving in with you. You might be moving with your mother. There's some kind of sharing of responsibility with your mom. You might also just be a new mother helping your children out with a home or property. You may be mothering and nurturing children or pets, maybe other people that need to be mothered. This is the time for nurture. You're going to be helping out those in need. You might be selling and making profit on things from your home. Maybe an apothecary, maybe you have a homestead. Maybe you have things that you've created or you're going to be creating and you're going to be selling them from home. This is a great time to open up a home business, have expansion and growth in that department. You're also going to be getting a very big home. If you have Jupiter in the 4th, woo, big house. Big house. Okay? This is the 4th house that we're talking about, Rita. So if you're going to be getting a house, it's going to be larger than you're used to. It's definitely larger than the normal. So this is a big opportunity, big house. Could be an apartment complex you're purchasing or a fourplex or something like that. But it's gonna be large and big, a lot of square feet. I definitely see that you could even be getting pregnant if you're a female. Okay. Rita, if you're lost, honey, just rewind to the part where I began, the houses, and you'll be able to be where you need to be. Because right now we're in the middle of the 4th house. So you've missed the 1st, 2nd, 3rd houses and half of the 4th. So if you're lost now, just try to find yourself in your chart and then follow along when we get to that house. Or just start fresh, whatever you feel, but I'm just doing the houses. Okay, so I also see a bigger bed. You might be investing in a king-size bed, a large sectional couch. I also see building or extending your home. So you might be finishing a basement, adding a deck, getting a chicken coop, getting a farm. I don't know, but you're going to be expanding in this aspect. I see a lot of home businesses, though, flourishing with Jupiter in the 4th. A lot of good home businesses, or online businesses, too. A lot of creation with your ideas. So you're going to be brainstorming a lot at home, and the best place for you to make progress in your life is at home. So if you're used to going out and manifesting or going out and meditating, the advice here is stay at home. This is going to be the best place for you to gain wisdom and knowledge and grow. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Hold on a minute. I can't move on yet. I'm getting some kind of a download for the 4th house. Probably because the United States has that chart. So let me see. The United States is growing in some way. There's some kind of expansion. And there's some truth-telling, some truth-seeing. A lot of people are going to come in hands together for America in some sense, standing up for America. And morality is going to be put in the limelight in some way, morality. No one cares about rules, regulations, stipulations, customs, nothing. It's about morality at this point. And so it's like, get a grip and protect your home. And yeah, I don't know. That's what's coming in for America there. Okay, so we're going to move on to Jupiter in the 5th house. I like this one. Well, first off, babies, again, babies. This is the house of creating babies. So if you don't want to create a baby, take precaution. If you want a baby, let's do it, because Jupiter's right there to bless you in the 5th. Now is the time to go ahead and create that little sweetheart, okay? If you're like, Steph, I just had a sweetheart, or I still have young ones, I don't want another one. You're going to be spending more time with your children. Teaching children is going to come up. Homeschooling, reading books, instilling wisdom on the youth, teaching the young, making games, fun things to do. You might even have something to do with helping the elderly. Ironically, because, you know, the 11th house straight across from it, Saturn, right? Aquarius energy. It's like, we're going to be paying attention to the elderly as well. Bringing them back their childhood, bringing the elderly some toys or having fun with them, sharing good times with them, dancing, playing music, stuff like that. Okay. Teaching, of course, broadcasting, getting into acting, getting online, being seen on camera, having a stage, having your voice heard, getting very musical. A lot of people are going to be singing and being more musical. This is another time where romance is going to spur off. You guys are going to be meeting or embracing the one you have and really loving life together. Getting into a relationship is very probable with Jupiter in the 5th. So having intimacy and dating and that romance is going to be turned on high with Jupiter there. And even traveling with your loved ones. So I see maybe a trip over the next 12 months, having fun together and doing something together, creating something together. If it's not a baby that you're creating together, it could be a business, it could be a life, it could be a home, it could be many things, but you're creating and you're healing your relationships also. You also may be healing your children, helping them heal in some sense. Your children are going to help you out financially in some way if they're old enough. Or maybe there's some other kind of blessing, but your children are going to come through and bless you with money, or you're going to be blessed with money because of your children, okay? Whatever that would mean for you. Your children are also going to be educated by someone very wise. Maybe that's yourself, maybe that's somebody else, but they're going to be educated and they're going to be learning a great deal, sucking in all that knowledge like a sponge, growing in wisdom. And you may even go on a trip with your children. So a long distance journey. If you were worried about being able to provide for your children, where there's a will, there's a way. And Jupiter's going to come in and bless you. As long as you're doing what you need to be doing for Jupiter, it's going to bless you. If you're teaching and you're loving and you're nourishing, then you're going to be blessed financially. And you may be, again, blessing other people with how to homestead, how to be a mother, how to be a father, how to homeschool. You might be learning yourself from someone that knows how, and you're just going to be an open book and a sponge yourself, learning how to do all these things. Being very intimate is on the agenda, though, for yourself. So get ready for intimacy, because it's coming to your life. Your home's going to get bigger in some way as well, because debt, 12 houses from you, is highlighted now because Jupiter is attached to the 12th. So 12 from Jupiter is the 4th, which is for you, debt, large debt. So again, getting in debt in a home is going to be happening for you most likely. For whatever reason that means. Okay, we're going to move on now, 31 minutes, 30 seconds into the 6th house. No, yeah, the 6th house, sorry. Jupiter in the 6th. Well, let's just go ahead and say it. You're going to get a pet. Whenever Jupiter's there, especially in retrograde, you're going to get a pet. Some kind of pet. All right, this is a great pet, though. This is like a soulmate. This pet is more like a friend, a long-lost friend, long-lost soulmate, someone very special. If you're not going to get a new pet, you're going to be learning good things, attaching to your pet now. You're going to be spending a lot more time teaching your pet, getting your pet in classes, taking more video of your pet, spoiling your pet, things like that. Maybe getting a tattoo, bumper sticker, something like that. Okay, you might also be building something for your pet. Maybe a doggy house, maybe a dog run, maybe a bunny hutch, maybe a cat house. Whatever, you're going to be doing something special for your little ones. You're also going to be learning from your enemies. There's going to be an enemy or maybe multiple in your life, and you're going to learn a lesson from them. It's going to be a blessing. You're going to be so happy that you had that enemy, because it's going to change your life, and it's all going to make sense now. You're going to be like, oh my God, now I know why this enemy was in my life. I forgive this enemy. I forgive them with all my heart. I'm grateful for this enemy. And you're going to be very happy that you've had any kind of soul experience with them. This enemy may also come with you and say, I'm sorry, may have an apology for you. There's going to be some kind of light shown in on your injustice. So someone that thought bad of you may now be like, you were right all along. You were right. I learned something from you. Your enemy may have been learning something from you and seen the truth in some aspect. I also see a great blessing when it comes to anything to do with court. So you're going to have a win, a victory, a long-awaited justice. Whatever it is, you're finally going to get justice. Okay? And that's what's going to be happening over the next 12 months. I also see a lot of you ladies may be meeting a military man or a soldier, a fireman, a government worker of some sort. Okay? You might be meeting someone that's a soulmate, and you could very well start a relationship, ladies, with somebody like that. So, I don't know. Get ready for that one. I also see you going to court, though, for something. There's something that you're going to go to court for, You will be made to go to court, but you're going to win. So it's like you have to go. Could be jury duty, you know. Could be a ticket that somebody was wrong on giving you a ticket. Could be somebody suing you, but you're going to win. Whatever it is, it's like you're going to have to go to court, but there's a victory, so don't worry about that. Yeah, there's going to be blessings from it. You might also be taking someone to court, and they're going to have to go to court and pay you. So there could be some good there. A lot of you guys may also be wanting to go to school for law or something like that. Police work, law, things of that nature. A lot of you guys could be wanting to join the military. Traveling for some of you with the military. But whatever has been unjust is going to be shown light on, and we're going to make justice out of it. So a lot of people may be filing suit to sue things or sue entities, people, places, things, whatever, about things that are not right that need to be righted. It's time to speak up, says Jupiter. Let's bless the situation. Let's shine some light on what's been going wrong here. The people that have been doing evil need to go to jail. The people that have been making people sick need to be held accountable. The people who lied and took advantage need to be held accountable and paid back. Okay, so I do see a lot of that, which is great. I also see people, again, regaining health, getting back on the horse with health, taking a stand against whatever was taking over their body, whatever addictions were taking over. They're finally healing. Okay, and you're going to meet a great doctor, a great doctor. 1111 on the screen. See, there's a door opening for Jupiter in the 6th house. You're going to meet someone great and helpful. Okay, so now let's go to Jupiter in the 7th. Right off the bat, Jupiter in the 7th, 37 minutes. Ladies, you're going to get married, or you're going to be definitely in a new relationship, or your relationship that you're in is going to go to the next level, whatever that is. Jupiter is here to bless a union. Okay, I see hand fasting for someone. Maybe you've been wanting to hand fast for so long. Hand fasting is going to come in. Wedding rings are going to come in. Engagements, announcements of I commit myself to you. Public announcements for everyone to see on social media. This is my man, this is my woman, whatever. Like, this is my human, okay? I claim this person as mine. And I am theirs. So there's some level of commitment that's definitely going to be coming in. Get ready for that one. And travel for a lot of couples. So if Jupiter's there in the 7th, woohoo! Awesome. Get ready to pack your bags, see the world, go long distance. You guys are going to be traveling for a while. And a lot of you guys are going to be expanding your friend circle, probably because of travel. But you know, get ready. You might meet some new friends, long distance, pen pals, people that you're going to keep in touch with. You might even be traveling with friends. There could be a big group of people that want to travel somewhere together. And I see that happening with Jupiter there. I see a lot of spiritual travel, going to spiritual places, seeing spiritual things. That's going to be an important part of this travel. And for a lot of you single people, you may be traveling and meeting the one. You guys saw that movie, Something to Paradise? I don't know. It had Julia Roberts and George Clooney. Their daughter graduated from college, goes on a trip with her best friend to Bali or whatever, falls in love with some cute guy. She just graduated to be an attorney. And nope, not going to be an attorney anymore. I'm going to get married and make babies and live in Bali. And he's a fisherman. And so her parents were like, oh my God, she's throwing away everything. But the lesson that the parents had to learn on that trip was she has wisdom and knowledge. She's intelligent. She can be an attorney from there if she really wanted to. But it wasn't a waste. It was an experience. College was an experience. Getting educated is never a waste. You don't have to use it or lose it. It's always with you. So they had to learn that she's not throwing anything away. She's gaining happiness. She met the love of her life. She's going to have a beautiful, joyful, happy life. And they had to get away from themselves. So a lot of lessons and balance with work, love, education, seeing with Jupiter in the 7th. And there's going to be a return and a restoration in relationships. If a lot of you guys have been waiting for your relationship to be healed, mended the bonds, reunited. With Jupiter there in the 7th, I see a beautiful reuniting. Because the universe is going to kind of, intervene and bring the soulmates and the destined lovers together. And so there's this blessing of a union, definitely seen there. An expansion of friends and family, expansion of children, expansion of all kinds of things seen there. Your family's going to grow. This is also kind of a recipe for a blended family. So I definitely see like the gathering of lots of family just, blended all together, and the beauty that could make. Jupiter always wants to bless. I also see wealth as in a family of, well, let's just say they have a lot of assets. So families coming together bring more wealth to the family. So the more the merrier, right? Okay. All right, so let's move into Jupiter now in the 8th house. And this is about inheritance. What are you going to inherit from your husband and his family, or your wife and her family? But what are you going to inherit? And what's rightfully yours? And the expansion of it. So I do see inheritances coming in if you have that aspect there. So I expect you to get some kind of family land, family homes, family money, or your spouses for that matter. Alimony, divorce could be seen, just saying, but divorce for good reason, divorce because of infidelity, divorce because of, improper paperwork. Somebody lied about something, so the truth's going to come out. So it's like, I'm divorcing this dishonest person. So there's going to be some kind of cashing in. But there's also going to be, ironically, an expansion on wisdom with the esoteric and the occult. If you have Jupiter there in the 8th, you might be reading books like books on the occult, the Emerald Tablets, the lost books of the Bible, the Book of Enoch, things like that. There's another Bible, I can't think of it. It starts with an E. Maybe you guys can think of it, I don't know. But it's from Ethiopia. It's the original Bible. So you might be wanting to read that. It has the book of Maccabees and Jubilees and things like that in there. So you might be reading and getting educated, also creating a library and a secret room. So I see you guys creating a secret room. You're going to have a secret doorway that leads to a secret room. You're either thinking about it or you're going to build it, but that's certainly coming up. So that's exciting. I think that's kind of cool, kind of Harry Potter, I like that. So that's a nice little extension that you might be adding. There might be some secret lover being shown here, coming to the surface. Book of Secrets coming out. Somebody may learn secrets about their family members or ancestors. Like maybe your great-great-grandma was a witch. Maybe your great-great-grandpa was a lord. Maybe, they came from this place to that place. Maybe your great-great-grandpa had a love child. Things like that. You may be learning information like that. Finding out you had a brother you never knew you had, a sister you never knew you had, whatever. So affairs might also pop up. Love affairs that were destined. Crazy love stories are going to be born and birthed and created from these events. Someone's going to have a darn good love story to share from the events that are going to bubble up. All this, how do you say, what's the right word? Taboo love stories, taboo family affairs, taboo inheritances, like a lot of stuff like that. very Queen Elizabeth takes over for King Henry VIII. Everybody wanted her to get married and have an heir. But no, she wanted to be the queen, and she was like, screw all of that. I'm going to do it myself. I'm never going to get married. Very taboo. You know, things like that. A lot of people may also be interacting with the dead. Mediumship. Somebody may be like, oh my God, I'm a medium. I heard someone. I see things. I'm communicating with the dead. I'm communicating with spirits. Somebody may be learning they have that gift. And psychic awareness may be born with Jupiter and transiting there in the 8th house. Okay, let's go to Jupiter in the 9th. He loves that place. That's his home. It's his favorite home, to be honest. Maybe even a little more than Pisces, his favorite home. So here, typical. I'm going to spit it out like regurgitated vomit. But it's what everyone says, and it's what I have to say. Long distance travel. So whether that's your truth or not, Jupiter there in the 9th is like, we're going to go travel long distance. This is someplace foreign. Now, I'm more of a modernized person, and I'm a woman. So let me tell you, the old days, people thought you're going to go to school overseas. You're going to go move overseas. You're going to go to another country. Like that was the only kind of foreign travel. But today, this day and age, foreign travel to me is doing something very different in an area in which you're not used to doing it. So it could be camping 4 hours away. Okay. It could be camping in a tree house an hour away. It could be going on a sailing trip from one coast just up, 2 states. But it's foreign. It's foreign travel to you because you've never done it. It could be going shark diving. It could be jumping from an airplane. It could be foreign things like that you've never done. Bungee jumping, risky stuff like that. Maybe going to a country to try ayahuasca. Going on a spiritual journey of sorts. Foreign travel could also be astral travel. So let's get back down to Earth. What if you're just going to stay home, but Jupiter's in the 9th? Astral travel is totally a thing. Travel in dreams, totally a thing. So you could be doing that. There's also a great deal of teaching. You could definitely step into a role of being someone's great teacher. Or you may meet a very, very great teacher at this time. A teacher that will always stand out in your mind. You'll never forget this teacher. Okay? Going to school overseas, of course, that's definitely seen. Going to school in a foreign place or learning about foreign things in school, expanding your knowledge on theology, spirituality, all of those things. Learning a great deal about yoga, astrology, maybe even just going to college, period, okay? But getting wiser and smarter. There's also a blessing from a grandfather or a father figure. So maybe a visit from them, a gift, money, wealth, a blessing of some sort from this person. Maybe you're going to see you have a lot in common with your father or grandfather at this time. You might be painting or doing photography, doing some kind of creation about your forefathers or your father or grandfather. I also see a graduation. Congratulations. An accomplishment of some type for completing a course of study. Completion of something or finally accomplishing something and being done with it in some sense and being able to be free from it. There's also a lot of ancestry study. So somebody may be logging on to ancestry.com or sending their DNA in or just working on the family tree. That might come up over here. I also want to say last but not least, a financial windfall. The 9th house is known as the house of luck. So you might get lucky through speculation. Gambling, you might win. Winning the lottery, you might win. Some kind of risky thing that you've done, you might win. Maybe it's a competition or a lottery drawing of some type, like enter your name to, win this thing. You could definitely get a win. So a lot of luck. Very lucky. All of a sudden it came to my mind, you might even get a black cat. I don't know. I do astrology, but I also am an intuitive. And a black cat just crossed my path here. And a lot of people think that's bad luck, but I don't. I don't believe that at all. I think the black cat represents intuition, wisdom, knowledge, the esoteric, the other realm, a veil being opened. So a black cat may come into your life with Jupiter in the 9th. Okay. Jupiter in the 10th house, that's going to be money, of course, lots of money. But I'll also, you're going to be working a lot, of course. There's going to be that, but there's going to be an expansion on your business. So you might grow your business. You might add on. You might get, how they have those, do you want to buy this business and open one up of your own, like a franchise? Call this number. So you might be getting into a franchise or franchising your business. You are also having an advisor. I feel like you might get a lawyer or someone that maybe, a financial person to look at your books and tell you how to invest and what to do with your money and how to expand it, how to grow it. You may have a very important individual want to step in to your business and invest and expand your growth and your name. And so I see an expansion. If it's not someone, it could just be you. You're investing into your business. So you could be buying banners, business cards, magnets, tents, a building, renting one out, opening an office somewhere, traveling to a new place to open up another one of your businesses in a different place, things like that. I also see you teaching others on how to do what you're doing. So you might go on and say, hey, this is how I did it. Let me show you. And so sharing your information, but more than anything, a big blessing of work, financials, customers, clients, a growth in your business and your numbers. In a very good way. Your reputation is also going to grow. So you might be world renowned, world known. You're going to be a little bit more famous, maybe a lot more famous, but you're going to be more known for what you do and the skills in which you do it, because they're very special and blessed and unlike any other. And I see it like your art hitting an art show, your work going online, like businesses, websites, things like that. Just getting out there, being known, being seen. Yeah, that's what I see. Is there anything else coming to me for Jupiter in the 10th? You get your wisdom from your father. There's going to be something your father taught you that's going to come to your mind. You're going to go, my dad taught me that. I learned that from my dad. Some kind of a lesson that's going to come up. You're going to feel like you have something in common with your dad during this time period. Or your dad may even be helping you during this period. Fathers are going to come to the forefront. So either the father of your children or the father of you or the father of your father or the father of your mother, whatever. But I think fathers are going to have a lot to share with you. You're going to gain something from the fathers. And, okay, anything else? Reputation, money, business. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Lots of growth. Okay, so Jupiter in the 11th house. I do think that friendship circles are going to grow, much like the 3rd house. So you're going to be getting a lot of older friends, though. So friends that are a great deal older than you, maybe even senior citizens. But you're going to be learning a lot from the elderly. You're also going to be speaking beyond your years. So you're going to be very wise, and a lot of people are going to look up to you and think, wow, this person is smart. This person is wise. This person is an old soul. So you're going to be teaching other people. They're not going to believe your age. They're just not going to believe that what's coming out of your mouth comes from someone your age. You may also be meeting a spouse abroad. This comes up again. By the way, Jupiter in 10th, you may be getting into business with your spouse, ladies. With this transit, your spouse may want to invest or come into business with you. Bonus for the 10th house people. Anyways, back to the 11th. Your spouse is going to, if you're a lady, give you some kind of a jewel, a diamond necklace, a jeweled necklace, a ring, rubies, whatever, a bracelet. There's some kind of jewel that your spouse is going to give you, maybe even an anklet or something like that. But I think your spouse wants to give you a special gift. It could be an anniversary gift. Silver really comes to my mind, or platinum, for whatever reason. Yeah, so I see a very nice, expensive gift being given to you. I also feel like publishing is going to be seen here. So you're going to, whatever book you publish, whatever thing you print or create and you want to put out there in the world, it's going to be bought and sold by many. So I see there's a big blessing and growth and expansion of your name and whatever you've created, be it art, whatever, it's going to go fast. It's going to be seen by many. This is going to be one of your best creations. So whatever you're feeling inspired to create, go ahead and do it. I also see you going into business with a friend or making a friend in business. Traveling with a friend is seen. Luck, yes, luck, winnings, blessings, things of that nature, coming in surprisingly out of nowhere. A big check comes in the mail, $40,000. All of a sudden, for the first year in a long time, you made $500,000 or $5 million, whatever. It's like this big expansion in luck and fame. So get ready for that. And you're going to be known for your goodness of heart, your truth-telling, and your morality. So as long as you do it with a good heart, you'll be blessed. And I see you connecting with elderly, and the elderly are going to be blessing you. You may be getting gifts and money and who knows from elderly, maybe just drops of wisdom from elderly, but you and elderly are going to be very close at this time. And you have a place in their life, you have a karma that you need to finish with these elderly people. You might be called to volunteer at a nursing home or do something special for the elderly in some way, but you'll see, you'll know what it means. All right, so Jupiter in the 12th, last but not least, we're at 58 minutes. Wow, almost an hour, okay. Did pretty good. Jupiter in the 12th is gonna be getting out of a hospital, getting out of jail, getting out of a bad situation, finding a cure to a disease. It's going to be a wake-up call. Yeah. Big wake-up call. This is like a life after death experience. You almost lost your life, but thank God you didn't. It's a divine blessing that it seems like it's a miracle. This is a miracle. It's a miracle I survived. It's a miracle I made it through this. It's a miracle I'm being blessed with this. There's also going to be some kind of an energy about debts, like you are going to go into debt, but for good reason. So like getting a big house, you're in debt. Finding a cure to a disease, but you owe medical bills. You know, it's like a good reason you're in debt. Things like that. You know, it's like finally getting a beautiful new car, but now you owe payments on that big, beautiful car. It's like debt for good reasons. You're attaining assets. You're getting good things. You might also be rectifying old debts. If you owed anybody money, you're going to be able to pay it off. If you had a great big debt for many years, you're able to take care of that debt. If you owe a debt to society or a debt to someone karmically, you're going to be able to pay that off. You're going to feel like you can breathe again. A lot of art about the spiritual world is going to come up. Something about art. So painting ghosts, painting universes, planets, other worlds, drawing, sketching these dark things, these things that are not seen with the human eye. Sketching people because you're sketching their soul, not necessarily their body. Making music to connect with the other world, the other life, the other afterlife, like connecting through music. Making movies about the truth. If you're in Hollywood or something like that, you know, documentaries, making movies about like the White Underbelly YouTube channel, something like that, where you reveal people's lives. Wanting to get to the essence, the nectar, and the goodness of people. Wanting to see the beauty in people that have been in prison, seeing the beauty in people that have been addicted to things, seeing the beauty in people that are the outcast or the poor or the homeless. Like, you want to see the gem that's inside of them, the diamond in the rough. And there's also this blessing of someone that's going to be well-known, famous, or rich coming out of nowhere. It's like Aladdin, right? Going to the Cave of Wonders. Someone who was once no one is going to be someone. So we see a rise with destiny, blessed by Jupiter at this time. And anything else I see from Jupiter in the 12th? Of course, financial gain, but also the debts that come along with it. It's like you get to be a millionaire, but now you have $10 million mansion you're paying on. Things like that. The passing away of a pet could definitely be coming up with Jupiter in the 12th. Their spirit will always be with you. Connecting to relatives that are on the other side, doing magical workings with like graveyard dirt, asking of your spirit guides and ancestors to be with you during your workings. A lot of blessings from the other side. You might be seeing things move, hearing things. A lot of your ears are wide open, your eyes are wide open to the other world, to the other side of death. So mediumship, spirituality on another level. Third eyes are awakening. People are awaking to their psychic abilities. A lot of meditation and silence. Working on the crown chakra especially with Jupiter in the 12th. And for some people, preparing for a death in some way. Somebody may be in hospice and you're helping them prepare for death. You may be preparing for your own death, taking care of responsibilities in such a way. Maybe purchasing life insurance, things like that. Definitely, I see the purchasing of life insurance with Jupiter in the 12th. Yeah. I mean, most of all, guys, it doesn't matter what house Jupiter's in, blessings. Blessings from heaven. Destiny being fulfilled. Good things coming out of bad things. So I want you to not be scared of where Jupiter is. Now, remember, whenever Jupiter's in retro, there's something in the past that is going to be brought up that is a good gift. Mostly it's things that were owed to you that haven't been given. But it will be now. So things you never got around to, you're finally going to get around to it. Jupiter's going to give you a blessing for taking care of unfinished business. Jupiter's also in every house going to bless you for forgiveness. If you can forgive other people, you will be forgiven of debts and blessed for it. So do your deep healing and see how it changes your life. Remember, to make a good relationship with Jupiter is to read and to meditate and to be giving. Giving of your time, giving of your money, giving of love, giving of forgiveness, just giving. Whenever you are giving, Jupiter is going to give to you. Okay? That's it. I love you guys. I hope that this little podcast of Jupiter in the houses on my take on it, this is my take, was helpful to you. Okay? Also, Jupiter in the 12th house, real quick, could be somebody coming out of jail, especially for the ladies, a husband coming out of prison or jail. Just wanted to add that at the end. I almost forgot. And somebody coming out of the hospital. Okay? So, and somebody waking up to spirituality and shifting their view on their spiritual beliefs. Tower moment. Anyways, that was the last thing I wanted to add. I love you guys. Thank you for watching my channel. Please like this video if you can. And subscribe to me if you want to hear more. This concludes tonight's little podcast. I hope you enjoyed this Jupiter transit. Remember to look at your chart and see what's happening. More transformation queen. Let me see. Does Jupiter go... Wait, do Jupiter go change houses in the chart? No, I mean, Jupiter in your chart will stay there forever. That's your Jupiter. We were talking about the transit. Jupiter for everybody is moving into Aries, Vedic sidereal right now in the current. So Jupiter is transiting. And I don't know where Aries is in everybody's chart. But if you look at your chart, you're going to be able to see where Aries is. Is Aries in whatever house. And please rewind, because at the very beginning of this video, we did give you instructions on how to go about this video. So please rewind to the beginning so you can get the intro on how to find your chart, how to look for Aries, and how to find the house. Vedic sidereal. And to look at your moon or your rising, those charts. And yeah, so this is just a current Jupiter, not your Jupiter. So this is a rendition on the current transit. However, maybe something of that I've said in one of the houses where Jupiter was at, or, you know, is going into houses, maybe that has some truth on your chart. Maybe if Jupiter is in one of those houses, you can say, oh, I do see some information there that's helpful on my chart. Like, oh, if Jupiter's in the 12th house, it's a very spiritual, psychic person, you know, things like that. Now, I think I have on one of my old videos, Jupiter through the houses and Saturn through the houses. I think in the past I did have that, and that would be more about your chart. So I do have a rendition on Jupiter in people's chart through the houses. This is just a rendition on Jupiter transit right now, which is more like Jupiter in motion. So my old video of Jupiter through the houses is just in people's charts. It's like Jupiter makes a home. Let's talk about Jupiter's home. This one is about Jupiter's car. Where's Jupiter going? What's Jupiter doing? So where Jupiter's in your house, in your birth chart or moon chart, it's more of, it's stationary, it's exact, it's stable. And that's how Jupiter is in your life, always. But the transit is like what Jupiter's doing. So it's like the difference between a noun and a verb. Jupiter in your house, in your chart, is the noun, person, place, or thing. That's where he sits and he won't change. But Jupiter verb is now a description of what Jupiter's doing right now. And that's based on where Aries is in your chart. And that's just right now, 2023. This will not be, well, it does go into 2024 as well, so my bad. But Jupiter 2023 to Jupiter 2024, this will be the rendition. But, you know, Jupiter 2024, 2025 will be different in your chart. But I just wanted to talk about the Jupiter transit, okay? And whatever house it's in, you'll just see what it does. Thank you guys for watching. TQ, so Jupiter will visit every house in the chart. Yes, that's the transits. So when you're born, it's a snapshot photo of what the universe looked like at your birth. And that's how the charts present themselves to you personally. And that's what they're doing for you personally. But the transits represent what it's doing in the world. What is the current energy of the planet? Not as in a photo, but as in real life. It's the difference of looking at a picture of somebody in your neighborhood taking a walk with their dog and actually sitting on the porch and watching somebody walk by. It's a very big difference. So when Jupiter transits, it kind of activates that house. So let's say Jupiter is typically in the 12th house. You have all of that energy when you were born. That's your destiny. These things are going to happen in your life. But when Jupiter transits, and say now he's transiting in the 5th house, currently right now, it means that house is being activated. It's highlighted. It's like taking a flashlight in the dark and shining it on the 5th house. Right now, Jupiter is focused on the 5th, and he's going to do something there, even though in your birth chart, he's in the 12th. That's just an example. TQ, which chart my rising? I know the D4 is the moon chart. Okay, yeah. So you have a rising sign in your moon, which is your moon. That's the rising sign. But in your birth chart, the ascendant is the 1st house. So it's the top diamond. That's your rising. I like North Indian, so they don't do diamonds in South Indian. So I'm referring to North Indian chart. Hope that answered some questions. Aqua, earth, and fire. How to begin healing. Sorry if that is stupid, but I'm struggling. No, that's not a dumb question. How to begin healing. The best way to begin it is to face what needs to be healed. To do some kind of an overview. To write your story. To speak your story. To revisit things. No, don't turn the light on. To revisit things in your life that hurt you. And just everything in your life, and see what you cry about. See what still pains you. See what still hurts you. Those things that make you cry are the first things you want to pay attention to. And find your way to forgiveness and understanding. So the best way to start healing, in my opinion, is to look at an astrology chart and see what is destiny. Because if you were destined to be divorced, destined to be sick, destined to be cheated on, destined to lose a family member, if that was written in the chart on the day of your birth, you need to make peace with it. You have to make peace with the enemy, peace with the person who did it, peace with what happened, and peace with yourself. So my first step to any kind of healing is like, oh, okay, this is my karma. Now I can forgive all my enemies. Now I can understand them and give them thanks, blessings, because I'm fulfilling my karma. And so, that's the first step to healing, is like acceptance. Then after that, you can work slowly on feeling better about it. It's going to take some time to feel better about it, but eventually you'll cry less and less, you'll hurt less and less, and it will be better. Yeah, so that's the first steps to healing, girl. TQ, Aqua, that's so brave of you. And the beginning stages of healing, cause you can admit you need to heal. Yeah. Everyone's going to have healing forever. Like, I still have healing. I always think, oh, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I healed everything. And then it's like, boop, there it goes. There's the tears. Oh, I'm still crying over something from 12 years ago. Oh, I'm still crying over that thing 20 years ago. Oh, I thought I was done with that. Like, God, aren't I done with that? It's like, nope, you're not done with that. And it's like, oh, dang it to hell. Hey! Really? Are you blind? Sumo? Thanks. It's dark. He saw my son and thought he had to save my life. Again. From beasts.
But I have to show you something. I have to show you something.
What? No, don't. What?
I made a handmade jaws for you.
Oh, that looks very, very big.
Yeah, it's a handmade jaws for you.
Is that clay?
It's clay, tape, chopsticks, tinfoil, markers, and
this is
napkins
epic.
for stuff inside. And since it's toilet paper, he can match.
Okay, first of all, you're smart. I don't know how you thought of this. Give me 5.
And
You made your own toy. That was brilliant.
well,
Sumo, stop licking your water. You're brilliant. This is an epic toy.
what?
We're keeping this forever.
He's in the water.
This is great. Let's not get him with my dirty water though, okay? Because I've got red dye in here from my hair and it's leaking and I don't know. You don't do that. Okay? All right, so let me say goodbye to everybody, okay?
Then I can turn on the lights?
No, yes, when I'm done. Okay, I love you guys. I love you guys. Bye, Aqua. Yeah, all your questions are relevant. Never feel stupid to ask a question, ever. And I am not the smartest person in the room. I just know a little bit of what I'm talking about, guys. You're smart in your own right. I love you guys. TQ, this last full moon, I was so emotional and I cried and I let go again for like the 1000th time. Exactly. Guys, I've been emotional forever. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's always tears. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older. Who knows? It's so good to cry. All right. Well, I love you all and I'll see you later. I'm going to get out of this bath, do my thing. I got stuff to do. I know. I probably will do the $5 readings tomorrow, okay? So I'll see you there. Get ready for the lightning round tomorrow. Yeah, because I'm just like, this has been a long video. This was sporadic, by the way. I had no idea I was going to do this video. 77 minutes, 7 seconds. Look at that, 777. No idea I was going to talk about this. All of a sudden, I get in the bath and it just hits me. Jupiter retro, talk about it. Jupiter transit. Let's do a video on that. Let's talk from my perspective. You know, and maybe I'll have more to add on this later. I don't know, maybe I won't. But at least I'm glad I got this out there, my little rendition of it. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, any at all, in the comments, put your questions out there. I will answer you. Okay? I love you guys. Have a blessed, beautiful night. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. You just keep swimming. Thank you for being my soul family.
Yep, just keep swimming.
Yep, and I hope you hit the bell icon if you're new. You know, most of my videos, they're not bubbles. I only do that on the bath.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my new YouTube channel. It is called Just Tell Me Tarot and Astro. I'm going to have more of these type of videos on that page. I haven't started it yet for whatever reason. The timing has just not worked out for me to begin it. It's like there's a great big Saturn wall that's not letting me, even though I want to. So I'm going to wait for the timing on it. But I love you just the same, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be blessed. Thank you for watching. I so look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, thank you, TQ. Bye, Aqua. You got notified this time? I'm so glad. Yeah, it was just sporadic video. Okay, good night.